Hello, hello. We are back in the DFL, in the DFL mode. And we've got another great rivalry coming at you. It's the Shvucks at the Fucks. Classic AFC North, AFC South rivals. And, as rivals, these two teams have played each other already this season. Almost back to back. Week 10, week 12. Shvucks at Fucks. We had the other Crazy City team lose. See how the main Crazy City team, the OG, does. And the kick is away. The Shvucks will start with the ball. As these teams are rivals, they've obviously played each other twice. Week 10, week 12. And just like the Scorps and Zappers, it was a sweep. The Shvucks swept the Fuckers. And this might seem like a surprise to you if you were only watching the first 6 weeks of the season. The Shvucks started the season off 0-6. 0-6. And are now here in the playoffs. I don't know if that'll ever be replicated again in DFL history. This is, truly outstanding. And now they have a chance to beat a team that they've beaten twice already. Carl Sanders, the new quarterback for the Shvucks. This is his first season. He came over from the Holy Men in a trade. They gave up some draft picks for him. And Jackie Carter up the middle, a nice run. Can't let Jackie Carter get going. He is a mean runner. And he's never nice. Faking the handoff up the middle. Oh, and thought they had a great play there. Carl Sanders lays it in. Maybe a little too soft. Roman McCullum, the tight end, can't handle it through the contact. And that was a nice hit, taking the legs out from under him. You want to see Roman McCullum, your tight end, secure a ball like that, though. That's supposed to be a reliable pass catcher for you. And big moments like this, you got to have those. Here come out the Crazy Fuckers. The always strong Crazy Fuckers. This offense can bring you down in so many different ways. Pass game, run game, both combined. Steve Alderman to the left side. Ooh, throws that one out of bounds. A little bit overthrown, maybe shaken up by a hit there. At the end of the day, not a complete pass. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Fuckers already champions in this league. They're going to try and be a team to be the first to win 2 Dream Bowls. Steve Alderman, 2-time MVP, gets a nice pass in there to his tight end, LeBron Golston. And a nice start for this fuckers team. Shvucks classically known for their defense. No different this season. They've got a dangerous one. See how it clashes with this dangerous fuckers offense. Fuckers definitely missing Randy Riley. Retired at the end of last season. Great wide receiver. Still just as efficient on the offensive side. One of the strongest offensive teams in the league. Second highest scoring team in the league. Handoff there to Solomon Carrier. And a nice little gain for him. You could see he wanted to break that one out a little longer. It's 3rd and 5 now. Sends Solomon Carrier in motion. Alderman drops back. Looking to the right side to make a play. Gets his man, LeBron Golston, but Golston is tackled before he could get the first down. It's 4th and 1. Crazy fuckers are going to punt it away. There's a nice punt. Going to go out of bounds. See where it goes out of bounds. At the 12. Solid punt there for the crazy fuckers. Jeremy Tinsley. Classic punter in the league. Always been good. Dropping back is Carl Sanders. Sanders looking for a man. Finds him across the middle. Does good to trick the defensive tackle that was in coverage, Cedric Woodard, in coverage. Get that one past him. 2nd and 1. Love to be at 2nd and 1. Lots you could do from this position. You could run it. You could go for a deep bomb. And they're going to throw it. Carl Sanders, lots of time again. Looking right. Ooh! Seems he had his man if he maybe lobbed that one deep for Jackie Carter. Tried to zip it in there, and a nice play made by Anthony Carter. Crazy fuckers definitely missing Akeem Wheeler in the middle linebacker position. Lost him to the Orange Baboons over the offseason. He's one of their best defensive players of all time. Carl Sanders looking right, has a man open. It's McCollum, their tight end, for the first down. Carl Sanders just looked at Roman McCollum early. Roman McCollum came over in free agency. He left the Blue Bees, was frustrated with their losing. 2 seasons ago, he came to the Shvucks looking to win and looking for that quarterback, though. Didn't know if it was Carl Sanders this season after the 0-6 start. He got benched for Blake Hamilton. Blake Hamilton then got injured pretty early on. Carl Sanders got another chance. Since week 10, they've been unstoppable. Oh, and a great pass for Carl Sanders. Finds Brad Stevens on the left side. The Shvucks started the season off 0-6. You can go back in the chat. You can see I was talking about how they're going to be hard to beat out for the first pick, the first overall pick of the draft. Now they're in the playoffs. Have to eat my words there. Jackie Carter, 4-yard rush. on first down. Carl Sanders has really turned around his second half of the season performance. Came over, we thought, oh, this is another backup quarterback getting his chance, and he's just going to flop again. It's always happened. Casper Bishop, some other guys. I don't know, Casper Bishop comes to mind. Play action. Carl Sanders, flips an interception. I was just chatting Carl Sanders up, but he throws one off balance, getting hit as he throws. Terrence Beal makes a nice play. Tough interception for Carl Sanders as I'm hyping him up. But yeah, we don't want to see early season Carl Sanders. We need to see late season Carl Sanders if the Shvucks want to win this. Every time you give the fuckers the ball, they have the chance to score. Solomon Carrier up the middle, shifty, fighting through tackles. I love watching Solomon Carrier run the football. Just a confident runner. Hands it off up the middle again. Not as much room this time. Eric Holmes with the tackle. This is a solid linebacker crew for the Shvucks. They all have about equal tackles. Javon Traylor, 63 tackles. Joe Keimer, 64 tackles. Eric Holmes, 63 tackles. They love to tackle up the middle. The fuckers have been attacking up the middle early. Trying to wear those guys down, it looks like. And a delayed handoff up the middle. Almost worked there. Not able to get all the yards needed. Joe Keimer. His fourth tackle of the game. And he's a tackle getter. 4th and 1. See if the fuckers punt this ball off or if they just let this. No, they will punt the ball off before the end of the first quarter. And it seems as though the Shvucks will get a play at the very end of this first quarter. And here comes Carl Sanders, Jackie Carter. Up the middle, a solid run. I don't think they've really let Jackie Carter get into a groove for a drive. You know, I'd really like to see him just sort of feed Jackie Carter the ball. End of the first quarter. If you've seen the first two games, the Shvucks swept the fuckers, and it's because of this man, Jackie Carter, the Shilvaki truck. 2 games of the fuckers, 305 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's been a beast. He's got his classic grills in that picture. She's into the camera. A man of few words, but a very strong man. Carl Sanders tries to take it himself around the edge. Doesn't get anywhere. Cedric Woodard. A sack today. A real guy. I gotta wonder, if that's a design run, you know, why are they doing design runs with Carl Sanders instead of Jackie Carter? Oh, and a nice play, but the receiver can't get upfield after the catch. 4th and inches. Receiver needed just an inch upfield, but doesn't get it. From their own 37, they're not going to go for it. I mean, we all know they wouldn't go for it anyways unless they are the Zany Zappers. Lots to talk about in that previous game. Zappers at the Scorps. Scorps defeated the Zappers in a thriller. Came down to the end. But here we got a 0-0 game. Nothing going early for either team. Fuckers have done some good job running the ball, but nothing passing the ball. There, a catch out of bounds. Both teams getting a good pass rush in. I think is really really upsetting a lot of these teams. These teams' flows. I think that's been to me, one of the big storylines of this season. Now, there's two storylines. The offensive storyline is the running back storyline, but I think the defensive line, pass rush storyline of the defense is one that's gone underspoken about. There's been a lot of sacks this season. Noticed a lot of heavy sack games. I don't really know what that's all about. Steve, the sick fuck Alderman's got to make something happen on 3rd and 10. Been a stagnant offense so far in this first half. Dropping back. There's a football in the field. Hope no one trips on that. Doesn't matter. He doesn't get back far enough. Roscoe Smith, the Pro Bowler. He's listening to the crowd. He's saying, "You're quiet." Gets the sack on Steve Alderman. Oops. Deep punt, lots of hang time. It's going to get returned. A nice little return there. Gets them out to a real flat 40 there. Like that, starting at the 40-yard line. Nice field position here for Carl Sanders. And really, I think Jackie Carter. Only 16 rushing yards here in the first half. This needs to change. They need to get him involved, and they need to get him involved right now. Can't get behind on this fuckers team and think you're just going to be able to run all over them. Need to get ahead of them. But they're a huge tackle by Phil White, middle linebacker. It's been a great player for this fuckers team this season. 82 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 6 sacks, 3 forced fumbles. This team does love to force fumbles. Something to maybe look out for going deeper into this game. Back across the middle. Carl Sanders finds his man. That's Travarius Taylor. Not a lot of receiving touchdowns for this team in general, but it's kind of spread out between his guys. Carl Sanders doesn't have a huge favorite. Carl Sanders drops back, looks left. Doesn't have enough space on that left side. Out of bounds. Carl Sanders now on 2nd and 10. Nothing. Absolutely nothing on that throw right there. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Might break into song right now. Here comes Carl Sanders. Under center. Strong to the left side. Maybe not the time to go to Jackie Carter now. Need to throw it. Right side. Has a man, but he just goes out of bounds. He had space. I think he may have thought he was past the first down. Freddie Hall. Makes a mistake. The boy. Oh, what a punt. What a punt. Should have been paying attention to that. I was looking at my freaking phone, man. I'm such a good commentator. Marcus Hoover with the Hoover Vac suck punt. Sucks him close into the one. Ooh, and a nice little play there. Really, for both teams, Solomon Carrier gets him a little breathing room, but a nice tackle to not give him so much breathing room. And tough sledding for both of these running backs today. Interesting. In the year of the running back, one of these guys has to break out, and that team's going to win. Telling you. Whichever running back breaks out first in this game, that team's going to win. Handoff again. Solomon Carrier, nice run for the first down. Now they got lots of space. Now they're playing with an actual drive. No safety trouble. No safety danger. Coming up on the 2-minute warning. Don't think they're going to get a playoff here. And it's nothing at the 2-minute warning. You know, I expected this from the Shvucks. But if you're the fuckers, this is not where you want to be. I'll tell you that much. This fuckers team is going to win by scoring points, by putting points on the board. This Shvucks team is going to win by keeping it a low-scoring, close game. That's just how both of these teams win their games. Right now, the fuckers are playing the Shvucks game. They need a touchdown in this 2-minute drill right now. That's a great way to start. 2nd and inches. Great catch there by Mike Green. Mike Green has had a great season so far. 6 touchdowns. Great season for him. Stepping up with in the absence of Randy Riley. Second and inches. Time ticking off the clock here. Steve Alderman drops back. Lots of time, but not enough. That's Ricky Field on the sack. And a big sack. Down at the 15. 0 for 3 on these 3rd down conversions. Steve Alderman needs one right here. Don't want to give the Shvucks the ball here with a chance to get a score. Fuckers do get the ball to start the second half. So they might be willing to take some more time off here. Looks like that's what they're going to do. You might expect the handoff at this point then. Yes, up the middle, Solomon Carrier taken down. I'm going to expect a timeout from the Shvucks. And the Shvucks will have a chance to get some points on the board. Let's see if they're more aggressive than the crazy fuckers. I think there was a lot of chatter about, are the crazy fuckers, or do the Shvucks even have a chance? They came in here, the 0-6 team, kind of miracle that they even made it. A lot of people have been, underrating the Shvucks. You know, maybe this just isn't the fuckers team that we've seen in the past. Not that they haven't had tight games like this before, though. You know, this is a less defensively strong, crazy fuckers team than we've seen in the past couple years. No Akeem Wheeler is big. They're still defensively adequate. That offense is out of this world. The Shvucks are, in a way, playing with house money. You know, they're really just looking for the upsets at this point. But they love an upset here. This would be a good one for the fan base, for sure. Carl Sanders across the middle. What a dot. A laser beam into Freddie Hall. Under center is Carl Sanders. 42 seconds left. He's going to run it up the middle. That's a QB draw. He's going to get the first down. Clock is ticking, though. One timeout. Clock is ticking. Oh, and Carl Sanders finds an open man. Takes advantage of the fuckers team. It looks like it's sleeping a little bit out there. A run up the middle, then finds his man down the sideline. Explosive plays from Carl Sanders. That's very holy men style football. Maybe he brought that to the Shvucks. Cross the middle. Ooh. Can't connect with his man. Bounces off his hands. Travarius Taylor. Not the most talented group of wide receivers in the league, I'll tell you that much. But they're a scrappy group. See if they get Jackie Carter involved. Oh, a nice pass. Pushed out of bounds. Stopping the clock. Brad Stevens with the catch. Wait, I missed my Moo Day rolls. This is sponsored by Moo Day. Nothing going there. I will do my Moo Day rolls after this drive. And hopefully I pull someone flipping fire. Be a great sponsor. Carl Sanders back to throw. Finds his man. Touchdown. Travarius Taylor. His third reception of the game. 39 yards. He's having himself a game. And a great drive there for the Shvucks. Carl Sanders lit that drive up. Carl Sanders, a longtime backup for the Holy Men, getting his first chance as a starter in the DFL. This season, he made it to the playoffs. He's had a nice drive in a playoff game to put his team up 7-0. Carl Sanders, 55 passing yards, 10 rushing yards, a nice rush up the middle. Can't forget about it. And now we're going to roll my Moo Day rolls. Bad roll. Bad roll. Ski Mask the Slump God. Not for me. Bad roll. Bad roll. Bad roll. Bad roll. They're going to kick it off. It's a squib kick. And it's fielded. It's played pretty nicely. Pretty simply. Nothing good in that roll. I guess Lava Piranha from Paper Mario is pretty fire. I just can't take that. Can't take that in round one. You know what I'm saying, guys? Steve Alderman drops back. Take the snap from shotgun. Looks left. Oh, and he has a man down the sideline. They said that was out of bounds. Incomplete, but I think he caught that. Then ran out of bounds. Probably going to be a booth review here. I don't know if that's going to be a huge play or not, though. Oh, they're not going to booth review it. Looks like they say he was out of bounds. I could have sworn he caught that one, then ran out of bounds. I don't know. Here's Steve Alderman looking deep right. He has a couple guys. Finds him in for a lot of yards. It's going to look nice on the stat sheet, but doesn't go anywhere in terms of points. And it's 7-0. Crazy fuckers trailing the Shvucks. You know, and a lot of people, I think, the fuckers are favored in this one, but the Shvucks swept the season series in the regular season. You got to remember that. If you look back, the reason Jackie Carter, the Shilvaki truck, with his iconic grills that he plays every game with. Golden Shilvaki grills given to him by the Shilvaki president. A nice return there to start this second half for the fuckers. And I think you're fine as a fuckers fan with that last Shvucks drive, even though it was kind of devastating. You know, as long as you get this ball in the second half, you need to score. You need to bring it even. At least get 3. At least put some points on the board. Know you can score. Bring it under, a touchdown deficit. But that's not how they're going to do it. Not with a run like that. These runs up the middle getting stuffed for the fuckers. The Shvucks middle linebacker core is strong. They all play together. The linebacker core, they say friendship is their most powerful weapon. They often say this. But they run to the outside. Solomon Carrier gets outside, reaches for the first down. Let's see if they give it to him. Solomon Carrier having a lot more success on those outside runs. Looks like they're not going to give him the first down. It's inches away. Alderman sends a man in motion. 3rd and inches. Are they going to get cute or are they going to get strong? See what they do. Play action to the left side. They get cute and they convert it. When it works, you don't call it getting cute. You call it getting smart. Nice pass out to the outside of Lorenzo Boyd for Steve Alderman. Gets the first down. Keeps this drive alive. They needed that. It's 7-0 Shvucks. Up the middle, a nice run here. Solomon Carrier finally gets a nice big one up the middle. Eric Holmes with the tackle. Steve Alderman getting the play in from the sideline. Bringing it to his huddle. Now he's coming under center. 2 men behind him. Strong to the right side. Fakes the pass. Or fakes the run. Finds the pass to the left side. That's got to be a touchdown. Easy. Wide open. Keith Dickerson. One of the greatest receivers in DFL history. Pro Bowler this season. 9 touchdowns on the season. And another one in the playoffs. Fans love it. Keith Dickerson, one of the greatest receivers. Some of the the most touchdowns in DFL history, receiving touchdowns. Keith Dickerson is a menace. And they just sort of let him get free. That's a guy you cannot lose sight of, lose track of. The fuckers are going to kick it away. Brad Stevens on the return. Average return. Definitely nothing special. Back to the 18. That's when they're going to start the drive. Carl Sanders under center. Got to get Jackie Carter going in this game, and they can on that one. Just a small gain. As he's shown before, the Shilvaki truck, Jackie Carter, 300 yards in 2 games against the fuckers this season. He had a touchdown in each one. First game, he had 160 yards. The second game, he had 140 yards. But this game plan so far has been centered around Carl Sanders for the Shvucks. Haven't really been able to get Jackie Carter going. It seems like it's scaring them away from the run. Dropping back, Carl Sanders doesn't have any time. Cedric Woodard, real life guy, defensive tackle with his second sack of the game. They don't make real guys like they used to. And the Shvucks are going to punt it away. If you are here for the Holy Men Beavers game, that's obviously not going to start on time. Scheduling was just off. We'll do better next week. But it will play after this game. And honestly, you're not going to want to miss this ending. These rivals, they hate each other. Shvucks at the fucks. A great play action. Great diving catch. Left side. Who caught that? Green. Mike Green. Nice play by him. Dropping back, Steve. Scanning the field, lots of time. Looking right, finds a man. Has him. It's Green again. Have himself a day so far. And up the middle. Nothing going for Carrier. The sick fuck commanding the huddle. Coming out under center. Sends a man in motion. It's his running back. Looking around the field. Looking left. Ooh, a diving stop. Probably would have gone out of bounds anyways, but you love the effort. Joe Keimer, the middle linebacker, showing effort in coverage. Love that from a linebacker. Big man making plays. Alderman under center. Fakes the handoff. Looks right. Gets his man. Tries to make a move, but it's tackled. Right at the 1 yard line. Mike Green with the catch and run. He's been having a drive here. Now at the 1 yard line, you got to watch out for Solomon Carrier if you're the Shvucks. Play action. They faked it. What a great fake. They're getting smart with these fakes. And Steve Alderman, the sick fuck, actually makes the play to Mike Green. What a drive for him. 6 touchdowns in the regular season. He's got 1 in the playoffs now. The fans love it. I think that fan might have been wearing a Mike Green jersey. He's a huge Mike Green fan. The fuckers are now up by a touchdown. This is not the place you could be as the Shvucks. This game you wanted to lean on Jackie Carter in the run game. Now you're going to have to lean on Carl Sanders. Does he have it in these moments? We've seen Carl Sanders in the playoffs as a holy man. He came in for an injured Wayne Lawrence and stunk up a drive, lost the game for the Holy Men. Does he have the clutch gene here in Shilvaki? Well, they're in Crazy City here. But does he have the clutch gene for Shilvaki? Great return here. Gets it back to the 30. Here comes Carl Sanders and the Shvucks offense. Still time to run, but the clock is slowly becoming their enemy. Oh, and a nice truck there, but it doesn't go anywhere. It's for no reason Jackie Carter having a rough game running on a team he's run so well against all season. And nothing going there. Slammed to the ground. Here comes Carl Sanders out on 3rd down. Dropping back looking for something on third down. He has a man and has a little bit of space, but can't make it to the first down. A great recovery from the corner there to make the tackle. Carl had the comebacker, but he came back a little too far across the first down. Shvucks will probably punt it before the third quarter. The fuckers might get one play. Nice little punt there from Hoover. Here comes Steve Alderman, looking for what would be a dagger. How will they play this? Is it going to be run heavy with Carrier? They start with a run. Up the middle, and it's a nice carry. Solomon Carrier not having one of his best games. But certainly doing enough at the moment. Fourth quarter here. 5 minutes left in this game. Handoff to Solomon Carrier is up the middle and think for a first down. The Shvucks seem to be arguing against that call. The refs like the spot. The Shvucks do not. Ryman accidentally. And here comes Steve Alderman. Now on a fresh set of downs. Line is strong to the right. Fullback lined up to the left side. Solomon Carrier sent in motion out to be a receiver. Alderman drops back. Has time. Has a man. Does he have a step? He doesn't. Great play. Not able to get the ball over Vince Williams. Vince Williams, 8 interceptions on the season. You don't want to test him too much. Alderman under center. Sends his man in motion. He's only got the fullback in the backfield. Hands it off to the fullback. Up the middle and a nice run. Great call from the fuckers. We saw earlier he sent Solomon Carrier out to be a receiver, and they threw that ball. This play they run the same formation, the same motion. This time they run it up the middle with the fullback. Leslie Randolph gets a nice little gain there. Sets them up well for third down. It's third and short. Third down and 3 to be exact. Lots of men come. Pause. And a first down. Picked up by the crazy fuckers. Time is ticking away off this clock. A touchdown here feels like it would be a dagger to the hearts of the Shilvaki fans. Up the middle. Nothing going there. Each second in this one, the time is becoming an enemy of the Shvucks. They could get a stop here. They would have a substantial amount of time to make something happen. Oh, And the fuckers try to get fancy. But the Shvucks won't take it. Number 56, Joe Keimer, he's had a great game. Barrels through the line. Gets a big tackle for a loss there. And it's 3rd and very long after that play. 3rd and 16. Guess not as long as I thought, really. And they're just going to hand it off. Not even going to try for that first down. Just probably going to try and take as much time off the clock as they can. And we're going to get under 3 minutes remaining. Might come close here to the 2-minute warning if they really want it to be like that. Switch to max protect. It's like they're worried about a block. Looks like Jeremy Tinsley is running the clock down. Not a lot of guys in his way here. He can return this punt. Can't make anyone miss, though. Can't get it back to the 20. They're going to need an extended drive, slightly extended drive, to get a touchdown here. And they need a touchdown. You know, I wouldn't necessarily say this is the do or die drive. Seen crazy things in the DFL. And a big run here to start off the drive. JT Greer gets the tackle, but Jackie Carter finally getting something going. Is it too late? 28 yards. Nothing compared to his other 2 games against the fuckers this season. Time is ticking away. Coming up on that 2-minute warning. Another handoff to the right side and another first down. Jackie Carter finally getting something going. Time is not on the Shvucks side, though. This is going to go to 2-minute warning. There's no way they're going to get a playoff here. Wow, folks. Wow, folks. We're certainly going to have a fun finish here. I can guarantee you that. The fans are just telling me for the first time that we got Mitski doing the 6-7 meme before GTA 6. That's kind of actually blowing my freaking mind. You're just telling me that for the first time. Jackie Carter, handoff, tackled from behind. Big man takes a ride on his back. And Carl Sanders is sacked. Brought to his ass. A big sack by Phil White. He's been having a hell of a game. Carl Sanders needs to do something here on 3rd and 17. Oh, a big gain. A huge gain. And it's 4th and 5. You know they're going to go for it here. We've seen a couple 4th down attempts so far in this playoffs. One ended on a turnover and downs. One ended in a huge play for the Zappers. Let's see what Carl Sanders can do here. Fakes the handoff. Throws it deep right side. Nothing. He can't do anything. It's a turnover on downs. Roman McCollum with a drop there, it looks like. Couple drops for him in clutch moments. And now this is the point where Steve Alderman has the chance, more Solomon Carrier has the chance to put this game away. Put it on ice. A run to the weak side and a great tackle there. Anthony Golston. Quite a play there. 2nd and 9. Shvucks have one more timeout at their disposal. Up the middle. Carrier carries it for a solid gain. Not a first down, though. Shvucks not using the timeout. I get it. I get it. You got to use it on this next play, though, after this play. Got to get the stop. Got to call a timeout. This game isn't technically over. Solomon Carrier up the middle. This game is technically over. Fuckers come out on top. Beat the Shvucks. Shvucks sweep the regular season series. They're not going to win it this time. Steve Alderman in victory formation takes the knee. And remember, fans, if you're a fan of the Beavers or Holy Men game coming up, primetime game, I'm going to turn off this stream, restart the stream in like a couple minutes after that. So the stream will go down. Don't go anywhere. I'll let you all know when the stream's back up. Tune back in. We'll be right into Holy Men at the Beavers at the Dam. One of the most classic playoff venues in the DFL. Can the Holy Men go in and win? The crazy fuckers are going to go on. No upsets yet in this playoffs. Shvucks had a chance. Their Cinderella season is over. Don't know if anyone else will ever go 0-6. And make the playoffs again. Do I have Mood A rolls? No, I have rolls in 20 minutes. So I'll be rolling during the Holy Men Beavers game as part of a fan promotion, we'll call it. Wow. Carl Sanders obviously dejected. Jackie Carter, I think, shaking his head a little bit. I think he wanted some more use. But yeah. About to end this stream. We'll be back in a second. Don't go anywhere, fans. Fart noise.